Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone arena action. I got smashed by a paladin in the first game, and in the second game, a rogue played a friggin' questing adventurer on me when I didn't have a deadly shot. And it just, like, went the distance, except then she messed up against my explosive trap, and so I was able to come back and win, miraculously. So, I should be at 0-2 right now. I actually need to be somewhere at 5 o'clock, so if this goes long, I might not be able to finish this run. But at the moment, given how those first two games went, apparently this deck is bad, and I'm just going to lose. Smashing the rogue, that's what I'd like to be doing. Ho! And actually, you know what? I gotta be honest, folks. It's kind of amazing that I have gotten to be second against a rogue 2 times. This buzzard is actually not really something I want to keep because I don't have any other beasts, so I'd rather get it later in the game. Oh, I get Unleash the Hounds right as I mulligan the buzzard. Awesome, Boris. Good job. I guess I could have kept the buzzard and hoped to draw one of my Unleash the Hounds, but if I didn't, it would be really unimpressive against a rogue because it's not going to survive. Oh God, I'm still bitter. Yeah, I'm still bitter that they nerfed the buzzard to be 1 health, and I'm really bitter that the novice engineer is 1 health, because if it were 2 health, I could actually play it with the coin, draw a card, and hope to kill this leper gnome. But now that it's at 1 health, the rogue can just make dagger mastery, kill the novice engineer. I have to pass the turn here, unfortunately. There's just nothing I can do. So Unleash the Hounds is going to have to be removal for this leper gnome. That's pretty much all I can do. 2 mana, kill leper gnome? Is that really what I'm going to do with my life? I almost would rather use explosive trap and save Unleash the Hounds. Do I coin out the Cobra? The Leper Gnome plus the Wicked Knife will kill it. Alright, I'm going to save the Explosive Trap for later. If she's playing with the Leper Gnome, this might be an aggressive deck. So let her kill the Leper Gnome against my Cobra, and hopefully my second Cobra will kill an actual creature. It's a distant hope against rogues who do have pretty good removal, but at least the Cobra has 3 health. So it survives backstab if the dagger's not already out. Okay, that's a pretty dim hope, I have to admit. But anyway, looks like she doesn't have backstab, which is good. Take 2 damage from the leper. She takes 2 damage from my Cobra. Oh my God. This again! Ah, jeez. Alright, well, we'll play the Cobra. This does threaten to kill the questing adventurer. I look like an idiot now, because in the draft I was like, yeah, I don't really like questing adventurer very much. But, I mean, it's just bizarre that I don't have removal when they play it. Arcane Shot would have frickin' done it. Explosive Trap does not. It'll grow before it attacks me. But, man, oh man, oh man. No! She has removal for the Cobra. That's bad. Shiv. What are you going to follow that up with? Oh, I see. So, eviscerate? What are you doing? Oh, no, she's just going to do that. Well, that's fine. I don't care about that. Oh, that's perfect. So my Cobra does kill the questing adventurer. Oh, deadly shot. Thanks. Thanks, deadly shot. Oh, you won, buddy. Okay, so I could play Unleash the Hounds. This would actually kill off the... It would actually kill off the Defias Bandit, and then the other one as well. Or I could just play Explosive Trap and see if she's going to misplay against it like everybody does. I'm gonna keep Unleash the Hounds. I mean, if I do draw the buzzard later, this is like a few cards. So we'll do this. Kill the questing adventurer. And let's go ahead and draw a card. This increases my chance of getting a starting buzzard, and I'm feeling pretty safe with the hounds in my hand, or with the trap on the field. Plus, she doesn't have a dagger yet, so if she spends 40% of her mana making a dagger to kill this, I'm fine with that. Well, this is a savvy player. She knows how to test for traps. So my trap canceled out her bandit and the ringleader. And she plays a harvest golem. Well, that's okay. Oh, she's gonna make a dagger. Boo! Boo! God, I hate this nerf. I don't think Novice Engineer was that good. Ball sacks. Well, I think I am going to play the taunt. I don't think I'm going to need the extra power of the Yeti just yet, but the taunt could be in handy, because I'm already like at 20, and this rogue seems pretty aggressive. What's nice is that if I can bust up this golem, Unleash the Hounds, assuming there's a decent number of minions on the field, will be a pretty efficient way of getting rid of the damaged one. Ah, she's going to assassinate it. That's fine. That is like her whole turn. I can play the Boulder Fist Ogre, so I've gotten rid of 1 assassinate. Now she need to have a second one. Alright, so Boulder Fist Ogre. What now, punk? No, actually, no, I take it back. I don't mean to taunt you. No, don't do something scary and bad to me, please. No, please. Thank you. Dagger, that's a good sign. Good sign. Deadly poison. Okay. She's gonna... Oh, wow. I guess she has an eviscerate. Okay. Well, it could be worse. I mean, she did take 6 damage there. The golem is a real irritation. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, crap. Crap, this is bad. Molten Giant? Deadly Shot would be good if it hit the Taunter, but it'd be terrible if it hit the golem. Alright, well, I can play the Molten Giant now, or I know I'm getting hit more, I can wait for it to get free. I think we gotta take a risk here. I'm going to play the Panda and the Yeti. And, I mean, she's getting me down pretty good. She's gonna hit me for 8 down to 8. That's not where you ever want to be against a rogue. Luckily, she's only got 3 cards. So I'll get a free Molten Giant. I just hope it's not an irrelevant one. Maybe my Defender of Argus will come through for me. Or, like, Unleash the Hounds will be able to mop up her board. Ah, God. Actually, I'm not going to get to do that because the Yeti can only kill one thing. And she's going to use the dagger to kill the Panda. She's going for the kill. Well, I am going to get a lot of Hounds at least. But they're just not quite good enough. Yeah, they're not quite good enough. There's a lot of power that she has here. Okay. So, let's go ahead and kill this off. No, I don't! That was a mistake. I should have played Unleash the Hounds first. I now get 1 fewer Hound than I'm supposed to. That was silly of me. Luckily, it doesn't actually matter that much, but it could have definitely mattered a lot. Alright, what I'm going to do is... I definitely have to play this Owl to silence this thing. And I need to cash in my Hounds to kill that thing. And I could play the Panda to put a bigger body on the board, or I could play the Molten Giant. Well, Panda and, well, that's silly. So the Molten Giant, because it's not quite free, I can't play it and the Panda. Well, I think the Molten Giant's worth it, so I am going to play the Molten Giant. And we'll Deadly Shot, and just hope for the best. Of course I hit the wrong thing. I could have done that, I guess, before choosing... You know what? I messed that up. So if I had played Unleash the Hounds first, and I'd gotten 4 of them, then I'd still have 1 left over to kill this off with. Okay, she's going to draw 4 cards, which is definitely not good, but that leaves her with only 2 mana, and then 8/8 is here. That was a big mistake. I should have been able to kill that thing off, because I couldn't. I'm doing 4 damage less to her. So, like, I could be hitting her for 12, instead I'm only hitting her for 8. So that's definitely not good. Urgent Commander. Okay, well, I would have won the game if I had played the Unleash the Hounds correctly on the previous turn. So that was, oh, no, wait, I win the game anyway. Whew. Okay, so I made a really bad mistake playing Unleash the Hounds. But that was a good game. Another 11th hour win against a rogue. I think she got unlucky. That was a really good example of what I don't like about Sprint. A lot of times when you play it, yeah, you get some card advantage, but it's like too late. You don't get to fully take advantage of it. Okay, well, we got to 2 wins, which, after how the first game went and the second game, seems like a miracle. Sometimes, you know, I'll make it to like 7 wins, and then they'll be like, oh, you know, every win from this point on is just gravy. But now I'm already at that point. Like, I've gotten 2 wins. I'm like, oh, 2 wins? Solid. Every win from this point on is just gravy. If I can get one of my patented 4 to 6 win runs, which I seem to do all the time, then I'll be pretty happy with this. I think the deck still looks good to me. To be honest, it still looks totally fine. Got a decent curve with lots of early, some good mid game, some end game creatures, good removal. I don't know what the hell is making this so difficult. Okay, we're up against a fellow hunter. Do I keep a 4-drop here so I can coin it out on turn 3? No, I don't think so. I think I really just want to get my early creatures. Where are my early drops? Do I just not have any early creatures? Well, I haven't seen a Hunter's Mark all run. I also haven't seen Eaglehorn Bow a single time. So that's great.
Greetings, traveler.
Defender of Argus.
Greetings, traveler.
Well, it's a good thing I'm second because I get to coin out one of these on turn 2 and play the other on turn 3. I might even get lucky for the Defender of Argus on turn 4. Okay, well, slight change of plans. I'm gonna just, well, do I want to lay an explosive trap just to kill this thing? Or do I want to coin out, you know, I'm gonna coin out an Animal Companion. If it's a Charging Pig, that kind of sucks, but if it's the Bear or the Leok, that's fine. Charging Bear is good. I mean, he could always play a Shattered Sun Cleric, but that's fine. I don't mind if he does that. We'll just trade 2-drop for 3-drop. And there, he got the coin out of me, but he's not necessarily going to have a Shattered Sun Cleric either. This is the card he just top-decked? Oh, nope, okay. Another animal. Ah, he's hoping to flip a Leok. The Charging Pig will also kill my bear, so really the only one that he could have done that with would have been the Taunter like mine. Okay, well, it sucks to do this, but I think the Cobra is actually less valuable to me than the Explosive Trap, especially since I have another Cobra in my hand. This is another infuriatingly slow start. I don't understand why I can't get off to a faster start with this. Okay, that's annoying. But that's fine, I'll just play him Cobra number 2. Oh, or nope. Okay, I think Senjin is even better. So our Senjins can square off. And then Defender will not allow mine to survive, but the Ventricle Mercenary will be a good follow-up after these two. Taunt Masters collide. I might even be able to use Hunter's Mark, honestly. If he chooses not to attack me, if he chooses just to sit still, I'll use Hunter's Mark. Ah, crap. Well, now the problem is, this could be Freezing Trap, which I don't really like the thought of. I could silence this, but it doesn't make a difference. If it's Freezing Trap, I end up being kind of screwed. I don't want to use Hunter's Mark. Well, I could use Hunter's Mark. Even if I don't kill it right now, it'll still be good later. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark this. And we'll see if that's a Freezing Trap. It's not Freezing Trap. Well, it might be a Snipe then, so I think this actually is a pretty good way to test for Snipe. It is Snipe. Well, that's fine. So that's not a very good use of Snipe. Not that he made a mistake playing it. Just that I think I handled it with aplomb. So now an Explosive Shot will let him kill both my creatures at the cost of his whole turn. Multi-shot. Oh yeah, I forgot about multi-shot because I never saw it in my draft. Awesome. Damn it. That was really frustrating. Alright, well this is a pretty good draw here, the Violet Teacher. We're going to go ahead and play her.
Pay attention, class.
No Snipe this time and lay an Explosive Trap.
I'm ready to learn.
Excuse me. Yeah, I lay an Explosive Trap, so that should kill this Raptor. Unless, of course, the Raptor wants to kill my Violet Apprentice. If so, then so be it.
Squire, attend.
That's annoying. That's a really good drop.
Ready, sir.
So he really should kill my Violet Apprentice, I think. Oh, interesting. By running in there, he almost unequivocally signals that what he has is a Explosive Trap, and he wants this thing's health to be 2. So I'm just going to assume that it is an Explosive Trap, which means that first of all I'm going to play Animal Companion because it's a spell.
Ready to learn.
I get a Charging Pig, which is nice. So we're going to do this. Oh no, I was wrong. Oh, Snake Trap, I see. Well, it's actually fine because I have an Explosive Trap here, so it's going to kill off all these snakes. No Probalo, senorita. And we're going to go ahead and play Defender of Argus. Oh, the sleeping one is the... Shit. Well, I'm going to have to do it here then. I was hoping to do the Student and the Violet Teacher, but I forgot that when I played the spell, the Violet Apprentice would be interspersed. So that was a bit of a misplay. In any case, it's not the end of the world. We're going to do that, that, and...
Begins.
I don't see a reason to attack one of those snakes since the other 2 will live anyway, so we'll just pass the turn. Okay, so he's got 3 cards and 3 snakes. I have a much bigger board and a trap still and 2 cards, so I think I'm doing pretty well here. Okay, that changes everything, so the Ogre is a bit of a pain. This is why Ogre is a good card. Here's where I wish I'd played the Cobra instead of the Defender, or instead of the Animal Companion. But then again, if I had then Violet, then I couldn't have been able to kill the Silverhand Knight. So he made a little bit of a boo-boo by playing the Ogre before attacking to check for traps. I will just do this to get the cards. And I'm actually going to even do this to get a card. I value the card more than I value the potential later uses of silence. And we're going to go ahead and swing.
Instruction begins.
Swing. Now, do I want an Arcane Shot to get a 1/1? I don't think so. I think that he really wants to kill this Buzzard, so the Violet Teacher might live a turn, so I don't want to rush things.
Engaging TC
Uh-oh.
30 until this
That is not great. Because if he steals a buzzard, he's a hunter. He's going to play beasts and draw cards now. Thankfully, he doesn't have Unleash the Hounds or anything, or at least doesn't seem to. That's actually very irritating because he kills my Cobra, which is my best shot at killing the Ogre. And now he does get to kill the Violet Teacher, sadly. I really hope I don't top deck any beasts, because if I do top deck a beast, I'll be sad that I don't get to draw a card. Don't top deck a beast. Well, this is actually fine. So Explosive Shot I think is more important than playing this Ogre. I get to kill his board. And so now I'm at a life advantage, card advantage, and board advantage. So I think I have the advantage to win. He could still win if he top decks some good stuff, especially if he can remove this with like an explosive trap of his own, then follow up with a good 5-drop like a Ventricle Mercenary. It's not impossible, but I'm at the advantage, is the point. That's annoying. So now he can kill my Owl. Because the Defender has been nerfed, I cannot kill this Rhino, so now I have to risk him playing Beasts and them having charge, which is irritating. I get my own charging Rhino. Well, I think that's actually worth killing. Can I kill him? 2, 4, 6, 8? No. So we will actually save the Arcane Shot. Make sure his beasts don't charge. Sad that I couldn't play the Ogre. I was 1 mana short, but I'm again in really good shape. Now if I top deck any beasts and he hasn't killed this with like a multi-shot or something, then my beast will charge and then he has very little time left to live. Oh geez, that's scary. Well, luckily I have an advantage so that he has to attack my creatures, but if I weren't in the lead, this is 10 damage, and with Steady Shot he could have just killed me. Alright. Panda. Alright, well, I'm going to play the Ogre, definitely. We're going to swing, and then I need to think. So if I play the Panda, I put the Defender in my hand where I could use him for a buff, but if I Steady Shot, I accelerate the clock. Yeah, I think it's important not to miss Steady Shots. I'm not going to commit to Arcane Shotting his face just yet. But if he lets the Ogre attack, then I do win. He needs an explosive trap or some other source of damage to be able to kill off my Ogre. Crap, he has it. Kill command, that will do. However, I might still be okay here because this Defender might still stick around. So here's Dark Iron Dwarf. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It just doesn't, I mean, wouldn't have made a difference, but the Dark Iron Dwarf, no, it's a give a minion +2 attack this turn. It's not a permanent effect anymore. So that's why he was able to do that, even if he hadn't been able to. He could have done that anyway, even if he hadn't had the Gladiator's Longbow making him immune. Okay, well, let's do the following. I'm going to play the Panda. Put this back into my hand. This is so backbreaking to see, I'm sure. I'm going to replay the Defender. I'm going to Steady Shot, so now I'm threatening to win next turn with Steady Shot and Arcane Shot. He needs life gain and also to clear out my board. I don't know how exactly he's going to do that with a single card. So I think I win. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Nothing was going to do it. This extra 5th point of health is pretty clutch. He is just going to run everything in, but I win even without the Arcane Shot now. He says well played. I don't really begrudge him that because there's nothing else for me to do, literally. So yes, I was clearly just going to kill him. That was the easiest game of any of them, actually. Of the ones so far in this arena. It's nice playing against a hunter so that they don't, like, you know, dagger my minions and stuff. So I'm up to 3 wins. Awesome. Let's see just how far we can go. Taking a sip of good luck water. Solid game. Glad that I could at least win the mirror match, even if the rest of this arena goes down in flames. So this has been a really good post-patch run. We're seeing a lot of the changes come into effect, and they've all mattered so far that we've seen. The Novice Engineer mattered, the Unleash the Hounds mattered, the Defender of Argus mattered. The Dark Iron Dwarf didn't matter because my opponent had a weapon that made him immune, but it almost mattered. Pumberkin, okay. So, Druid, of course, is who I'm up against when I have the Buzzard in my opening hand. This all needs to just go. I need to check between games. Are all my 2-mana cards, like, not creatures? What is going on with my inability to play anything on turn 2 ever? I know I have a Panda. Do I not have anything else? Maybe I should have taken that Pyromancer. Cobra? Well, I do have 2 of them, so they're going to show up a lot, I guess. I'm in an awkward spot. If I coin it on turn 2, there's nothing to do on turn 3.
On your head.
Knife Juggler. Alright, well, I would, against any other class, play the Owl and silence this, but the Owl's just going to die to the Shapeshift. So let's go ahead and Explosive Trap. Pray that he does not have a Shattered Sun Cleric, which would buff this up to 3 health. Uh-oh. He should really attack first. Oh god, is it a Shattered Sun Cleric? Power of the Wild. Oh no! He messed up terribly. Wow, that was a very newbie mistake. I find a lot of people, like, even though the arena's gotten much harder, I used to get 9 wins a full third of the time. Like, my first 100 arena runs, a third of them were 9 wins. And, like, then people got good at the game, and, you know, I stopped having that happen. But even with people being better at the game, I've noticed people just do not play Hunter Traps correctly. So in that situation, when you have a Knife Juggler and your opponent has Explosive Trap, what you do is you attack first, in case it's Explosive Trap, and then you play your other creature. If you play your creature first, your sub's just all gonna die. So he played nothing. Now that doesn't mean he had nothing to play. It may just be because he didn't want to play anything that would die to my Cobra. Although, honestly, if he did have a Chillwind Yeti or Ascension or something, he still probably should have played it just to get this off the field. It's not like he's improving matters at all. Unless he was waiting on turn 5 to play Starfall or something to kill this. Anyway, I'm pretty resistant to Druid removal at this point because my guys have a lot of health. So this actually looks pretty good. He basically passed his 4th turn. I'm resistant to his removal. And I'll be able to play this and maybe kill something with the coin next turn if I'm lucky. Okay, I am not lucky. That is something I cannot do anything about. Luckily, I top deck a Chillwind Yeti. Now, yes, of course, the Yeti is going to die to this Tiger. But hear me out. What's going to happen is, if he plays any more creatures, this Tiger will be alive, and then I'll be able to play Unleash the Hounds. And then get, like, hopefully 2, or maybe if I'm lucky, 3 or 4 Hounds, and then finish off the Tiger. Alright, well, all that is not to be. He's going to Starfire my Yeti, which means that he can kill the Violet Teacher, and Unleash the Hound sucks. It does not kill this thing off. Oh, Eaglehorn Bow! Nice of you to show up. Wow. Well, I'm going to do the Argent Commander, because if I use the bow, notice I have nothing else to do with the remainder of my mana, so I think it's better just to pop the Divine Shield while it's good, and smack-a-dack-dack. Crack-attack. Smack. This is, what, my 5th game in this arena? It's the first time I've seen the bow. Now, Hunter's Mark will be great with Unleash the Hounds, but he needs to play, like, more than 1 creature, please. This is an odd choice. Looks like that might be a Wrath or a Swipe or something? Ah, Swipe. Well, it's interesting because the Swipe does not kill my Argent Commander. I don't know what he's hoping for here. Alright, this is actually a really good top deck. I'm glad I got this. So now I get to play a Giant Creature. And I get to play my overcosted Fiery War Axe, kill the Princess Summoner, and swing for 4. Another Swipe would be alright. It would take the Twilight Drake down to 3 and then kill off the Commander, but it still would leave my Twilight Drake alive. I don't have any secrets to recharge this with, so I'm not going to hold out hope for it. If he shapeshifts and kills my Argent Commander that way, I don't mind, because he'll take 3 total damage for it. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, well, I hate to confess, but this is a pretty good card right here. Just gonna silence that. Bring it. And also, the health gets silenced as well for no explicable reason. Play an Ogre. Swing and swing. I'm not gonna commit to attacking with the weapon yet, so I'll just pass the turn. I'm threatening lethal, and he's only at 8 health. So this looks pretty good. I might not even need my Molten Giant. In fact, I probably won't. He had a very slow game. It's kind of like my game against the Paladin in the first run of this arena, first game of this arena, where I was just on the back foot the entire time and was never able to make it. Ironbark Protector. Yes. Well, unfortunately for my opponent, I have an answer to that. I'm being a little douchey here. I guess I could have used Hunter's Mark. Yeah, sorry. That was a bit douchey of me. I really should have just used Hunter's Mark to make this 1 health, and then I could have powered through. But anyway, let's just use Hunter's Mark. Got the Hound here. I got the killing blow myself. GG. This is actually a lot like my Warlock run from a couple runs ago, where like the first couple of games I thought my deck was terrible. And I was like, guys, what's happening? I thought this deck was okay. And then it ended up being really, really good. I'm not going to spoil the result. The first, like, 2 games of this run were horrific. I should have been at 0-2, but my opponent grossly misplayed against... Okay, not grossly. It was a difficult situation, and my opponent failed to find the correct way to play around a trap and win the game on the spot. But then after that, it's been okay. We actually kind of crushed the last two people, so great. I guess losing a game will go a long way for you. Shaman. Okay, watch me not get my buzzard now in my opening hand, where I could actually play it. Yeah, of course not. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to look at what my 2-drops are. Oh, Novice Engineer, right. Well, this is actually fine. So against the Shaman, the Novice Engineer has a chance in hell of surviving. Really, the only way I could see it dying is if he plays anything on turn 1. Or turn 2, other than a totem. Or if the totem, like, is a 1/1 totem. Then it'll come my Novice Engineer. But it actually has a chance in hell of sitting on the board for a little bit, where maybe the Raid Leader will even be able to buff it up. Now, quitting this out, I think, is a little bit aggressive, because then I'll just be sitting on turn 2 with Steady Shot. Seems like a poor use of my coin. Oh my god, that's annoying. Ballsacks. So now I'm going to go ahead and coin out the Cobra, even though this means that since I lose the coin, my Twilight Drake is going to be smaller. I need to get this out and threaten to kill this Berserker. The Novice Engineer was out of the question. If I do that, then he just kills it and then becomes enraged, and now I've got a 5-2 to deal with. Fuck you, he's got a Lightning Bolt. Oh, man. Not catch a break. So I can't play the Raid Leader because it'll die to stuff. Unleash the Hounds does not work. Alright, we're just gonna do this.
I hope you like my invention.
We're just gonna freaking do it. I don't even know what I could have that would help me, but basically the idea here is that if he does enrage, then I can play Unleash the Hounds, and I'll finish the Berserker off. He's gonna enrage it. Fine. The Acolyte is actually really irritating because it can hit my Hounds all day. If I play the Twilight Drake... Alright, we're gonna play the Twilight Drake. You know what, screw it, whatever. We'll play the Twilight Drake. It actually does hold up against this Berserker somewhat. If he hits me for 8, I'm still okay, and then maybe I can catch up with Explosive
I hope
Trap.
you like my invention.
He also has a nerfed Novice Engineer. He's gonna see if he can flip a taunt. He didn't. He's gonna trade it in, so he's gonna 2-for-1 against my Drake. Well, that's fine. Now my Explosive Shot isn't particularly effective, but I think this Tiger actually is. So my opponent can't mess with it. I'm threatening to kill the Acolyte. And then Unleash the Hounds. I can play a lot of Hounds. You have to make sure that you don't run out of room.
The gates are open.
Okay, well, that's still okay, though. This actually worked out really perfectly because Explosive Shot will kill off the Lord, and then I'll be able to use my Tiger to kill that off. I think that's better than Unleashing the Hounds here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and Explosive Shot. So how do you put the Lord of the Arena next to the Acolyte? I am going to kill this thing. Had he put the Lord of the Arena next to the Acolyte, then Explosive Shot would have given him an extra card. So this looks pretty good. If he hits me anymore, the Molten Giant will be playable. Not for a while at the moment, but it will be eventually. And it looks like... Ah. That's annoying. Unleash the Hounds. I could get 4 Hounds. That doesn't really help me. It won't let me kill... Oh, whoa, hang on. I could give them all +1 attack. That's good. Yeah, I think it's actually worth it to protect my Tiger. This is definitely worth it. So I'm going to do one of them to kill the thing. Can I kill him? Just a crazy check. 6, 8, 10, 12.
Well played.
That might be worth doing. How crazy am I? You know what? I'm going to just kill him. Well, I could actually trade 4 damage to kill this Cobra. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's hedge my bets. I think sacrificing 4 damage and 2 Hounds to kill that Cobra is worth it, because now he needs something extra to kill the Tiger. If I'd left the Cobra alive, he could have killed my Tiger. Now he's in trouble, because he needs... This 4 health is really key. Like, Lightning Bolt won't suffice. Fire Elemental won't suffice. Forked Lightning might suffice if he has a Lightning Bolt. Oh, that's cute. Luckily, Arcane Shot can snipe off this Cult Master. Alright, well, let's, yeah, I'm definitely doing that. No question. Let's see what we can flip. I don't want the Taunting Bear. The others are both good. I got the Taunting Bear. Well, shucks a doodle daisy. I I don't particularly want to throw my tiger away for one of these things. I was hoping for a Leok, which would let these guys kill them, or the charging pig, which would kill one of them. We're gonna leave this alone. Let's test him. Let's see if he, in 4 cards, has a way to deal with this bear. I mean, if I flip the bear, I might as well use the bear, right? He is overloaded quite a lot from the Feral Spirit and from the Forked Lightning. Oh my gosh, this is quite the battle of the taunts. Alright, well, at this point, everything is going to die when this explodes. These 3 guys are all going to die. These guys do not die, but if I run my stuff in, I can soften it up. Can I protect this tiger? Man, I wish Forked Lightning hadn't hit it. Damn. Well, I could run these guys into these 2 wolves to soften them up, run the tiger into the abomination to kill it, and then I could swing for these. The buff will be gone. I'd swing for 8. Now another option is I could play the panda to save the tiger. Then, however, I have to do something to actually kill the abomination. I have to throw my bear away, and then this panda gets damaged. So yeah, I think that's actually the best move. Let me make sure losing the buff doesn't affect anything. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do that. This, by the way, is a good case study on why I don't particularly like the abomination. Sometimes it's really good, but sometimes it's like really not. Alright, do I want to play this to recharge the health on Misha? No, I think I'd actually rather keep that on hand, and let's just steady shot. So I'm threatening the kill. This is a big board for a shaman to deal with. The Molten Giant, because of the Ventricle Mercenary, sadly is no longer playable, but I could still play the panda.
I thank you.
Oh my God.
Your magic shall not save you.
Wow. Right? Why is he thanking me? Maybe he's like, it's like a reverse thank you. Like he was saying thank you for me because he just did me a solid. All right, well, I'll give him well played. That was a well played game. But that was actually an easy game. That was not that hard. He played Forked Lightning and he lightning bolted my early play and he had early plays himself and I had a slow start and we still ended up really cruising for a bruising. Potato the Shaman was his name and losing to Papa Boris was his game. Well, I'm really happy to make it to 5 wins with this deck. I kind of in disbelief. Now, what do we have? Well, Explosive Trap, Hounds, Owl. Oh man, no wonder I don't get any early plays. Like the only thing I can play on turn 2 is a Panda. Or if I'm not up against a Druid, Rogue, Mage, or Paladin, I can play the Novice Engineer or the Buzzard. Wow, a lot of this stuff is like these kind of role player cards. I see, so this curve is deceptive. Man, I really wish that there was a better data breakdown so it could like show you like how much of your stuff is creatures and spells at each level. Would make it easier to see. Ah, taking a sip of good luck water. It helped. I should have been at 0-2 and here we are at 5-1. Cannot complain about luck in this arena. If I could be doing better, then it's all on me. Okay, well, here we go. On to game. Oh God, what is up with these rogues? I kind of liked it back after rogues got nerfed. Nobody played with them anymore, and of course I get the Starving Buzzard against most classes. I could just play this on turn 2 and maybe even play the Animal Companion on turn 3, but no, not a chance. Not a chance. All right, I did not draw my 1-2 drop here. So we've got the curve, steady shot 3, 4, 5, but I don't like starting with steady shot as a hunter. Like if this were a rogue, I could make a dagger, maybe kill something, but not affecting the board at all. It's just weak. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Yes, she can make a dagger and kill this owl, but you know what? I'd love for that to happen. Because I've got a really good, strong creature curve. So if she wants to make a dagger and kill this, it's totally fine. I would much rather she do that than play actual creatures. Looks like she's not having any of that, though. So the good news is my owl actually took out her 1-drop, but the bad news is she's playing real cards. Alright, well, the charging pig would be bad. The others would be alright. So I'll try this. That was probably the best. I mean, in a combo to Eviscerate will kill it, but she's used her coin. And she'd need to use her dagger in both of these. Now, to kill it. Unless, of course, she has an Abusive Sergeant or a Shattered Sun Cleric. With a Shattered Sun Cleric, she'd still need to use both of these. She'd just get to keep the Cleric. With an Abusive Sergeant, this thing could kill my bear, and she'd be left with a 1-1 and that. Wow, looks like she did not have an answer. Which is great news for me. Mad Bomber. Oh my god, that was gonna be so tasty if it missed. Ah. The third barrel got me. Well, we're gonna play a quasi-chill Wind Yeti here. So my board owns hers. She's got 6 cards on the screen to my 5, soon to be 6, but I am the first player, so that's to be expected.
You know,
Oh god, that smells like an Eviscerate. No, interestingly, she does not have an Eviscerate. That is amazing. Well, I don't know what she's doing then. I don't know why you'd play this if you weren't about to use it. Is Unleash the Hounds any good? No, it's terrible. Well, unless I flipped a Leok. But if I didn't flip a Leok, then Unleash the Hounds would be dumb and I'd be not using my mana effectively. So we're going to do this. And I'm actually going to play the Senjin. I'm going to get a little cheeky here, because what this does is it stops the Mad Bomber from trivially killing the Twilight Drake. So if she didn't have Eviscerate last turn, she's unlikely to have a really particularly good answer for the Senjin's Shield Master this turn. Not impossible, but unlikely. Well, she's got something, sadly. Though she's pointing it all over the place, that might mean it's like a damaging spell, like an Eviscerate. If it were something else, she wouldn't be able to point. No, she changes her mind. She's just going to go for the Silverhand Knight, which is fine by me. Wow, I have oh god, I have so many options here. Okay, bear with me. So, option number 1, play Unleash the Hounds for 3 beasts. Defender of Argus, 2 of them. These kill the Mad Bomber and the Squire. The Twilight Drake's on its duty, kills the Silverhand Knight. I'm left with a 2/2 beast. No, I'm left with a 1/1 beast and the Senjin, swing for 4. And a Defender of Argus. Option number 1. Option number 2, play the Defender of Argus here, and then the Senjin will kill the Knight. The Twilight Drake can kill the Squire. I then still play Unleash the Hounds first, I guess, for 3 of them, and then 2 of them will kill the Mad Bomber. That actually lets me keep these guys around, both of them, but it also means that they're a bit more fragile, because they've done some attacking. I could also just play a Boulder Fist Ogre. I don't like that too much, though. I can have to trade my Drake in and then kill the Squire. Yeah, I guess this is the plan I like the best. So first, do Unleash the Hounds, because you want to make sure you get those creatures. Then do that. Then this. Then this. Then this. Then that. And that. So we have absolute board control here. Just 5 cards to my 7, soon to be 8. Betrayal would be pretty good. They would let her kill 2 of my creatures. Deadly Poison's not that good. She has to hit stuff to kill it. And I think I'm in pretty good shape. I mean, I've got good follow-ups here. Oh, so well, it didn't quite work out, did it? This thing is kind of annoying. I can still use my Senjin and the Hound, or the Argent Commander and the Hound. Well, let's take a look. If I get the Animal Companion, the Taunting Bear would be bad. Leok would be perfect. The Charging Pig would be okay. It would let me kill this and that. I guess it's actually the same. Whether if it's a Charging Pig, it's the same as sending in the Senjin minus the Taunt. If I play this, I have 4 mana left over. I can't do anything with 4 mana. So you know what? I might as well just make the play that uses up the most of my mana. So we're going to do this, this, and swing for 6. Okay, it's looking pretty good. If these guys can attack one more time, I'm at the point where Steady Shot will pretty much finish the game up for me. And I can put up extra pressure with an Ogre. Fairy Dragon, don't care. Swing at my Senjin, I don't care about that either. All it needs to do is attack her one more time. I don't care about it dying. She's gonna assassinate. Oh, poor, poor, poor rogue. Assassinating my Argent Commander, that is no good. For her, that is. Ah, well this is good. So, I'm gonna flip an Animal Companion, see which kind I get first. Leok is fine. So now what I'm gonna do is play the Tundra Rhino. Everything's got charge. Can I kill her? 3, 5, 8? Let's hedge my bets a little bit. We'll take off her creature. Swing. So now my beasts all have charge. I'm threatening lethal with my current creatures, and I can still Steady Shot her in 4 turns and win. It's almost impossible for her to win at this point. Even a Betrayal no longer saves her. She has a second Assassinate. This has been a very good educational game, showing why Assassinate is a card I will definitely play with as a rogue, but it's not like that great, because it is 5 mana, and when you're spending that much mana on your turn to kill 1 creature, what you're doing is you're really just letting yourself fall far behind. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just play this, and I'm gonna just replay the Leok. I could have Steady Shotted, but this deals an extra point of damage. Steady Shot would have been 2. Since her health was at an odd amount, an extra point of damage wouldn't have mattered, and this puts a creature on the board, so it's better.
Ha, this guy's
Assassin Agent makes no difference. She should go out in style and attack my Ogre. Come on, go out in style. Shadow Step. Oops. That's not going to save her, unfortunately. Cute, though,
This guy's
but not going to do it. Come on, go out in style. Yay! Well played, Goresh, the rogue. So we've played 3 rogues in this run. That was definitely the easiest of the games. I had a pretty slow start, but I always will. I always will. She wasn't able to capitalize on my slowness. And I had a really strong card. I had like Animal Companion, Twilight Drake, Senjin, the Tiger, a Boulder Festoga to cap it off. Like I had a really good curve starting at turn 3. It's just sucked that I couldn't play anything on turn 2. Man, any game where I draw my Panda in my opening hand would just be awesome. If this deck just wanted to do that for me every time, that'd be great. Taking my last sip of good luck water. Man, I have to be somewhere in 40 minutes. I was thinking after those first couple of games that wasn't going to be a problem. I would just lose. But here we are, like nothing's the matter at 6-1, trying to see if we can make it into the money for like, God, this is going to be like my 3rd or 4th time in a row if I make it up to 7. I've had a pretty hot streak. Scotch the Mage, and I'm 2nd. That's really, really good. I don't think I want this Hunter's Market just yet. So I can coin one of these on turn 2, play the other on turn 3. I might play Novice Engineer, although I doubt it. We'll see. Just please don't play a Mana Worm. Please just don't play a Mana Worm. Oh, thank you. Oh, God. That's a load off my shoulders. I need to make a song. We already have Don't Play a Northshire Cleric. We need Don't Play a Mana Worm. God, I hate this nerf to the Novice Engineer so much. Ordinarily, I would have just played it, and then it would try to trade with the Blue Glow Warrior. Now it's just going to die to her hero ability. That sucks a load of dongs, folks. Well, a Charging Pig would be pretty bad. The others are okay. Got the Charging Pig. Well, it's a 3-drop trading for a 2-drop. It just would have been a lot better had it been one of the other 2.
Don't mess with Tusk.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think I'll do a Cobra this time. It holds up pretty well here. Either it'll trade off for her entire thing, or she'll have to spend half her mana to ping it off and use the Razorfin Hunter to get the job done. Or, of course, she could just play Frostbolt, but I mean, that would have worked for Animal Companion as well. She's going to choose to ping, so she doesn't have a turn 4 play at least. That's good. Alright. Ah, Explosive Trap. You tempt me. Alright, we'll do Novice Engineer and Explosive Trap.
Like my invention.
That would have been good to have at the start of the turn. God. Alright, so now she can choose to ping it off for 40% of her mana. Or she can let it live, but then it might, you know, get buffed or something. So you never know. She's going to ping it off. Fair enough. Now, normally I'd be happy to go to the endgame, but I don't seem to be drawing a lot of my endgame stuff. This opponent knows how to handle the trap. She attacks with her cheapest creature to sleep a freezing trap, and she attacks before playing a creature. Very, very smart, all the way through. Alright, well, I think what I'm going to do, actually, is silence this thing. And then I'm going to play a companion and see what I get. I really didn't want that Charging Pig. Oh, God damn it. Honest God Jones. Well, the Owl kind of traded for half of the Golem, so it is sort of a loss. I'm operating at a bit of a loss there. Freaking overpowered hero ability is just gonna kill all my shit all day. Okay, okay. Eagle Horn Bow, that's something you don't ever see. Let's play the Yeti and Stick Shot. So here the extra power is relevant, taking this down to 1 health. Actually, it's not. Maybe I should have played the Senjin. Well, it's actually relevant because if she doesn't attack the Yeti, the Defender of Argus will let the Yeti kill the Senjin. That's why I wanted to do that. Nah, she has Ice Lance. Well, I kind of wish now that I had kept my Owl so that I could silence this off. It's always a really cool move. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This is bad. So this plus the Cobra will draw me a card, but I don't think I can actually do that. I think we need to take it a little bit more seriously here. I'm going to do this and play the Defender.
My shield for Argus.
It's not good, though. She can use the Senjin plus hero ability to kill off this Cobra, then the Ogre kills the Showind Yeti. It's looking ugly, guys. Well, I did say that every win past 2 was gravy, so I've already eaten a lot of gravy. If I lose this game and the next, so be it. I'll get to go to my 5 o'clock appointment. It'll be fine. And it'll be good. 6 wins is pretty good for this deck, apparently. But if If I do win this game, I'll be very surprised. Oh no! No, the nerf! The nerf makes a difference! Ah, Jesus. Monkey nut Christ ponies. Ah, honest to God, Jones. And her overpowered hero ability, she's been using that so much. Kills me. Like, literally. Tundra, well? Alright, we'll do it. I was thinking of using the bow, but let's get a card while the card is good. Oh no, that would have been good to have at the beginning, so I could have killed both of her creatures. Ball sacks, honestly, can I catch a break? Can a man catch a break? Can a man with a plan named Toucan Sam catch a break with a ham? Tub of margarine. That's what I want to know, folks. Do you have an answer for me? Do you have an answer for me? Scotch?
Pay attention, class.
Oh, I have a feeling the answer is no. Iceland. Who plays Ice Lance? 2 Ice Lances. I am about to get beat by double Ice Lance. This is ridiculous. Well, I don't have any beasts, so my beasts don't charge, sadly. But oh, that's actually really good. That is pretty good. Yes, I will use it. Well, I don't need to use it, right? Because I can just use Eagle Horn Bow. Yeah. Okay. What I'm gonna do is wait. Okay. So if I Hunter's Mark this Kodo, I can Explosive Shot the Violet Teacher, clear her board. I then have 4 mana left, and I can play this engine. Alternatively, I can play Explosive Shot. This will go down to 3 health. These 2 will die. I'll play the Eagle Horn Bow. I can just whack this thing, and it'll die that way. That way, I'm getting a weapon into my hand, but I'm not putting a creature on the board. But if I do use the bow, then I get to keep Hunter's Mark for later. So the question is, do I think Hunter's Mark will be useful later? And the answer is yes, and I do want to have a creature on the board, so I will use... Well, no, so, sorry. Hunter's Mark is not that useful later, so I'm going to just do this now. Explosive Shot. I want to get creatures on the board, and we'll save the bow for later. It's a bit sad that I've done so little damage to her. I should be much closer to burning her out than I am. Even if these guys attack once, she's still at 19 health, 17. I'm just not anywhere close to burning her out. Maybe by a miracle, this thing will live, and I'll draw a beast. If I can get a beast and charge with it. That's annoying. It's actually really annoying. That's really... Oh, fuck me. God, well, this is a bad thing, but this is so ridiculous. Oh, no! I can't play this. Can I get hit hard enough to be able to play that? Yes. So I will. I'm going to do this. Let's see. If I hit this thing, I'll go down to 18 health. It'll cost 8 mana. It's not enough. I have to hit this thing. Which is, by the way, very risky to do against a mage. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's worth it. So if I just leave things alone, this thing can kill my Senjin, and the Water Elemental can then kill the Tundra Rhino with hero ability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the Rhino away, hit her with Senjin. That's the turn, and I need this Molten Giant to go all the way to the distance. All the way over, baby. She's got 2 cards. These 2 cards need to be really bad for me to have a chance. How about Murloc, Scout, and Angry Chicken. Look, Angry Chicken's a good card for mages because you can enrage it with your own hero ability. So I don't see what's up with all this anti-Angry Chicken prejudice. Actually, the best combo in the game is Alarmabot into Angry Chicken. Then the Angry Chicken surprise jobs. Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh my god, fuck you. Ah, Blizzard. Well, I'm getting robbed of 8 damage here, and I'm going down in health, which is bad because I can't afford to lose any health. And I can't attack with my weapon, and I will never be able to attack with my weapon because I'm frozen. Motherfucker. Honest to God. I can't play Twilight Drake. It'll just die to her hero ability. There's absolutely no point in doing it. Ah, Blizzard. Jesus. Who frickin' made that goddamn card? I want to smack them. Well, I'll be happy at this point if the Molten Giant can at least hit this Water Elemental. That'd be nice. That I don't really care about too much. Okay. Alright, so I'm hanging in there. Hanging in there. Oh, I can't attack because I'm frozen still. But at least I get to play Twilight Drake. Let's go Mercenary. And we have to actually think very carefully here, folks. Okay, so if I use the Molten Giant to hit the Water Elemental, this Giant will freeze over. And then I won't be able to attack with him. This will leave me with 11 damage, 16 damage potential. Alternatively, if I hit her for 8, taking her down to 16, my damage potential is 15, 19, so suddenly I'm threatening lethal. So I think actually the correct play is to hit her. It does mean that if she top decks a Frostbolt or a Fireball that I lose, but I think that I expose myself to more outs if I don't hit her for 18 damage and let this game drag on anymore. Basically, I want to put her in a position where she has to trade and, you know, kill her creatures killing my creatures, as long as she doesn't top deck another Wolf Rider or something stupid. Well, the money's on the line here. It's all depends on what this top deck is. Now, assuming it's a bad non-interfering creature, what's she going to do? Well, my guess is she's going to hit me with the Water Elemental, so I can't use my weapon. Use the Earthen Ring Farseer to kill the Twilight Drake. Then I can deal 15 plus 2 is 17 damage. She's 1 damage shy of dying, and my bow can't be used because I'm frozen from the Water Elemental. Furthermore, if I don't kill the Water Elemental, she can hit me again to continue stopping me from using the bow, get me down to 3 health. I'll be at 2 health from the hero ability, so I won't be able to let the Water Elemental swing again, which means I will have to use one of my creatures to hit this Water Elemental after she does that. So that's the correct play. Attack me with the Water Elemental, attack my Twilight Drake with the Earthen Ring Farseer. I can't kill her, and I can't let the Water Elemental attack me again, so I'd be forced to swing into the Water Elemental to kill it, and then I would have to, and then I would have to top deck an answer to it. Wow! She messed up. She just stone cold messed up. That was really remarkable. At 6-1, I'm not complaining. I've seen people who just like complain that their opponents screw up, but well, I top decked Explosive Trap, which would have let me win anyway, as long as she didn't draw a spell. But she should have just attacked me with the Water Elemental, and then she would have had a chance to win the game as opposed to a 0% chance. Anyway, good game. Wow, that was amazing. I cannot believe that she actually missed that. But I guess maybe I take my own skill for granted. It is kind of tricky to plot these things out, and she did have a pretty good deck. So that was definitely a strong player. She just messed up the endgame. So that's actually 2 games in this arena where my opponents should have come closer to beating me. The first rogue I played should have just beaten me, and that mage could have given herself one more turn to draw a burn spell. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed those games. I'm sorry that I have to do this in 3 parts, but there's no way that I'm going to finish, well, there is a way, but it's unlikely that I'll finish 2 games in the next 30 minutes, and if I win another game, it'll have to be 3 games, and so on. So thanks again for watching. Please like and or subscribe if you enjoyed it, and part 3 with the rest of the games will be coming up soon. I'll see you in a bit.